Hi, my name is Mario Mendes and you are watching Just Listen. Branford Marsalis comes from one of the most interesting jazz families, as Marsalises are sometimes referred to as the first family of jazz. While Branford is well known in jazz circles for his own saxophone mastery, his brother Hinton, the trumpet player, is probably even more recognizable, while their younger brothers Delfeayo, the trombonist, and Jason, the drummer, are well respected as well. Their father, Ellis Marsalis, made many excellent jazz piano records in his time, so they had a great example to start from. Trio Jeepy is a joyous celebration of jazz trio form. The performances have a relaxed feel to them, while still the music is tightly structured with firm rhythm. Branford Marsalis' saxophone is joined by legendary bassist Milt Hinton, sometimes mentioned as the father of all modern bass players, and Jeff Watts is on drums. Since this is piano-less trio, the skill required from Hinton and Watts to keep the form steady is immense, but they do it with such ease. House from Edward is the first track on the album. Hinton plays unstoppable walking bass over which Jeff Watts crashes his cymbals with relentless energy, though his drums stand no chance against Hinton's mighty double bass. Branford goes for piercing tone, full of focused power. Very clever, as that is probably the only way to be heard against these two before-mentioned powerhouses. Marsalis' original composition. The Nearness of You is a well-known Hoagy Carmichael tune written in 1938, and it's the second track of the album. Although made famous on the Grammy Award-winning album Come Away With Me by Norah Jones, I'm more for a serious version like this one. The performance starts with beautiful, wide-open saxophone melody supported by full-bodied bowed bass play. This slower tune then continues with sensible brushwork of Jeff Watts, while Marsalis continues developing the main story with scarce notes, but so well placed regarding tempo and volume that it gives it a sense of direction. Something many slow tunes lack and get boring after a few minutes of not going anywhere. During this whole track, Jeff Watts doesn't touch drums, only brushes and light cymbals. 3 Little Words, also an old composition first recorded by Duke Ellington, is third on Trio Jeepy album. After some fooling around, the music starts with piercing saxophone to which incredible Hinton's bass joins soon. This track features one of the best bass solos I ever heard. Both Marsalis and Hinton play so powerful that your feet will be tapping with delight. Well, if they don't, maybe you should check your pulse. No percussion or drums of any kind on this one. Doxy sounds like true power play giants. It's hard to say who contributes more to this organized chaos at some moments, but it never loses direction and all three are supportive of each other. Marsalis weaves strong blows over busy Jeff Watts' percussion work, while Hinton is taking a lighter approach, letting other two drive the melody. One of the best tracks on the album, a well-known composition by Sonny Rollins. Making Whoopi is an old composition which title refers to celebrating a marriage. Making Whoopi became an euphemism for intimate sexual relations. It is another standard with its catching melody, great arrangement with large, open, bright sound by all three players. Though Marsalis is clearly a leader here, like on the rest of the album, the support by Hinton and Watts makes it clear that they are the foundation on which Marsalis can build his sonic vistas and project his ideas with full confidence. Simply marvelous to hear all three of them playing on this track. Next composition is called Peace. It was written by Ornette Coleman for his iconic album The Shape of Jazz to Come, the album that was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2015. Marsalis, Hinton and Watts play closer to free jazz concept than on any other track on trio Jeepy. They still remain in the safe zone without too many escapades characteristic for avant-garde and free jazz. Random Abstract is Branford Marsalis' original composition, fast and full of energy, with Watts' explosive drumming occupying most of the sound space. With the addition of ample crash cymbal use, Watts creates full frequency spectrum fireworks right from the start. I always loved Watts' unlimited power and no-holds-barred use of whole drum kit at his disposal. That full-bodied sound is great companion to Marsalis' saxophone that wails and whines over the percussion work. Recording quality is excellent, and the sound of all three instruments is crisp and very much live sounding. Exceptional dynamics. Contrary to many dead serious jazz musicians, Branford Marsalis is much more likely to smile and show emotion when playing or when talking. His first instrument was clarinet, but take a look at this logical switch to saxophone when he was 14.
What led me to the saxophone was it was completely shallow and immature, but I was playing clarinet and I was pretty good at the clarinet. And then one day I was 14 and I saw these girls, and that's the first time I looked at girls and went, wow, girls are really hot. So they were going into a dance. So like a stalker, I followed them into the dance and they didn't see me. So I wasn't really a stalker, but it was like a stalker. And what I noticed, I said, well, I was too shy to talk to them. I couldn't talk to them. But I noticed that there was a band on the stage playing and they had a horn section. And I went, that's how I'll meet girls. I'll join a band. So I have to switch from the clarinet to the saxophone. So I went home and said, Dad, I want a saxophone. And he said, we'll see. And about 3 or 4 months later, it was Christmas, and I got a saxophone. And I joined the band, and the girls only liked the singers and the guitar players. So it didn't work, but at least I started playing the saxophone.
Well, I found that funny, so I wanted to share with you. And if you wonder what Jeepy stands for, it's Branford's nickname. In the description below the video is a SONGWHIP link to this album on all major streaming services. Have a listen, see how well your sound system can portray great dynamics of this recording. Oh, and the music is also worth a listen. Thank you for watching.